Uh-oh. You just killed him! You just killed him! At least you're not a werewolf, you just...
Killing a vampire, for example.
Oh, he couldn't control himself. But if a werewolf fights a vampire, the vampire's dead. I don't know what happens if a werewolf kills a witch. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Ooh. Masquerade? Man, they always do masquerades, don't they? Oh, look at Klaus and Rebecca.
I must say.
Like, it all looks like... Why Masquerade it was a high school event. Maybe that's why. Whoa!
What's she doing here?
What better way to distract myself
I think Klaus...
than to put his very human new girl in a room chock full of vampires?
I think Klaus has a little soft spot for her. Oh, they're all vampires? Klaus has a soft spot for her. Look at her. She looks good.
And my sister is right. You do look stunning.
You clean up pretty well yourself.
Well, don't be fooled, love. I'm the devil in disguise.
You two chit chat. I need booze.
That's gonna be a whole other thing.
Okay.
Marcel's gonna see. Oh, Marcel's gonna see Camille and Klaus, and that's not gonna go well.
I wouldn't worry about it. Ancient history.
I'm beginning to think your sister's a bit of a bitch.
It's as though she invented the term. Hell with that.
Is she gonna be the one girl to like? She's gonna be the Helen of Troy. She's gonna be the Helen of Troy. Klaus wants her. Everybody wants her, and they're gonna go for a war.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I'm Sabine. We met. I'm one of Sophie's friends.
You're one of the witches.
Sophie just asked me to come keep you company while everyone's out.
It is. You know, I can do something about that if you want. I mean, find out if it's a boy or girl. I thought you couldn't do witchy stuff around here.
It's not magic, just an old trick my grandmother taught me. Come on.
You better be ready, or else Davina's gonna go
I have
after
to be
you.
a little curious.
Did she just say I'd like you to leave? Oh, my cue to leave. Okay. Oh, I kind of feel bad for him. I mean, he's not so bad. He's just, you know, Marcel's right-hand man, and the girl he loved got bit.
I know you think he's a monster.
It doesn't matter
What are
what
you
I
doing?
think. Thierry killed another vampire. He broke
Oh,
Marcel's biggest rule.
Oh, I was like, why is she crying like that?
You'll
Okay.
never see him again.
Didn't know who that was at first.
Unless we do something.
What are you gonna do? Is Davina something backwards? You know how like Nevaeh is heaven backwards? Davina sensing it. Is it every time that flame goes up? Is that her getting like the visions
Marcel,
of whoever's doing the spell?
something's coming.
Oh, not like that Davina girl. I'm loving this episode so far though. I feel like that girl, what's her name? Camille, she's gonna be the Helen of Troy. I feel like she's gonna be a Helen of Troy of this you know, series. Because Marcel really likes her. But he has other priorities. And then Klaus seems to have liked her, wearing that angel, wearing those white, you know, wings and everything. She's not wearing a masquerade mask. What are you looking at? What are you drawing? Oh. Yep, she's drawing Sophie.
Magic.
I want to hear your side of it.
Marcel, come on.
Your version. Go.
We were tossed in the cauldron. This guy, some night walker, he attacked Katie for no reason.
His name was Max. I turned him, and as far as reasons go, he doesn't need one. She was a witch. He was a vampire. Now he's dead.
Klaus, are you ever gonna go? And what even is this place? What is that? Is that his house? Where are we?
Most important rule.
Oh, Klaus, what are you doing? You're gonna get
Still
this
my
guy
friend,
dead.
huh?
All valid points, but friends also have their own life. You can't control them.
I sentenced Thierry Van Shore to 100 years in the garden.
Oh, what's that? What's that? What's she about to do? She's performing magic.
Like clockwork.
Oh. Uh-oh. So what, any time someone performs magic, does it hurt Davina? Oh, what's going on with her? Her hands are turning black. Oh, that's because the charcoal she was using.
You're here to save your man.
Ooh.
I can keep going.
Nope.
You can't,
Nope.
she'll
Nope.
sense
Nope.
it.
Nope.
No, I can find Davina. I just need another moment.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Elijah will never forgive us, and rescuing him will be for nothing.
Pals, you killed him too early. You killed her too early. You gonna turn on her? Man, you ruined his life. You killed her too early. You should have waited like 10 more seconds. What's this place?
I loved her.
You understand that? Ooh. Is this like his catacomb? Oh, he has too much power.
You saved me tonight. I guess I owe you one.
But I think Davina's linked to him.
You ask for your brother back. Seems like the least I can do.
Oh. Wow. House is like, he's actually being nice. What is niceness? That's him. Wow. It's gonna be so hard to edit because of the music.
I'm sorry. But I need you to give Marcel another chance. I saved his life, and in doing so, I now have him exactly where I want him.
Sophie trusted you. I trusted you
Well, at
against
least now we got
all my better
Elijah.
instincts.
Wake up, Rebecca. The witches are on no one's side but their own.
I have all the faith in the world that you'll get what you want, Nick.
Not
You
Nick.
always do. No matter what it costs the rest of us.
Well, we got Elijah back.
You disgust me.
Oh, you disgust me. That's very wow. Another blonde saying that they don't like you. Oh, please don't be the end of the episode. Oh, there he is.
You're okay. I was so worried.
Thank you. Whatever you did, I felt it. You helped me.
Marcel, you better not listen to this.
I won't
to
give
her.
him back until I know how to kill them.
You better not listen to her. Marcel, please don't listen to her. Are you being serious? Or maybe she's kind of like a. What even is? What's the? That's weird. Why'd they make her 16? And like, what's the relationship between them? Like,
And yet you miss him.
he's such a nice guy.
What is it about my brother that always inspires such instant admiration?
He was kind to me.
He's kind. He's not selfish like you, Klaus.
There are moments when I doubt my family is capable of redemption.
I think it's a girl.
What? Oh. That's.
Yet each time that I am tempted
Oh,
to
look at
surrender,
that.
I see it. The glimmer of goodness that allows me to believe.
Maybe you're just in my way.
You're an original, Rebecca. You shouldn't be backing up like that.
I think it's a girl.
Oh.
Wait. I mean, what? Please tell me I'm not having a mini Klaus.
What is that? How does she know how to read that? I mean, how does she know how to... Bulgarian? Latin? Croatian? She's checking all the languages. Why are you going out of order? We're not gonna be able to see the language. We're not gonna be able to see the language. That's messed up. And I want to watch the next episode right now. But I can't for two reasons because number one, I have to watch Vampire Diaries. Number two, it's kind of late. Wow. Okay. Oh man, so much is happening. So much is happening. Thing with like these kind of shows, they always have like the first couple of episodes is so much happening, and then like around the middle is very slow because they want to like fill in time and everything. Um, there's 22 episodes in a season, but yeah. So I mean, we're only on episode 3, and so much happened. So let's decipher it. So Klaus is working with. He's like secretly getting Marcel's vampires, and like he's keeping the new vampire so that he can turn other vampires on his side so he can compel them because um all his vampires have vervain in them, and I'm like, how long did it take them to even like drink vervain or whatever, because or take vervain, because we all know vervain is vampires weaknesses. So we know that Catherine took vervain. She kept taking it, kept taking it just to gain an immunity of it, and it worked. But like whenever Caroline or even Damon, how old Damon's old? Damon's old. He's an old head. For how old he is, he still can't handle Vervain. So I wonder how Marcel was able to get all his vampires to get Vervain. But I mean that's how we know. I mean, oh Marcel, he's not an original anyway. He can't even compel. I was gonna say that's how you know that Marcel's not compelling them, but he can't even compel them if he wanted to. Yeah. Um, next episode's called "Girl in New Orleans." And speaking about girl, so the witch said that it might be the witch said it was probably a girl. They're having a girl. Stuff can change. You know what I mean? Like stuff could change, and it's really early on to tell the gender to begin with. Like she's not even showing. Anyway, she's a girl, and or she might be a girl at least. And I mean, Davina is a girl too. I mean, of course, Davina's a girl, but what's up with like? I don't know. I kind of. I mean, I feel like Marcel's kind of taking care of her. You know, I feel like Marcel took Davina from the witches, but now he's just kind of raising her. Possibly, she's 16 years old, but still, maybe he's just taking care of her. I mean, I don't really know what. I don't know why he'd want her. I mean, I feel like he'd want her just to know when witches are doing magic. That's his weapon. She uses her to know when witches are doing magic. But like, do you actually care for her? Like, do you care for her? I mean, I feel like both of you guys are linked or something because you know Marcel was taking damage. He was doing all this flopping around, and then we cut to Davina. She was doing the same exact thing Marcel was doing when he was getting hurt. So yeah, I feel like Davina is linked to Marcel. Um, and Camille. I feel like Camille is gonna be the Helen of Troy of this show. If you guys don't know who Helen of Troy is, she's basically a girl who all the way back in ancient times, the whole Trojan horse. I think that's the Trojan horse thing. I think that's all related to it. Helen of Troy, was this beautiful girl that both parties, I'm gonna say parties, both parties fought over. And people now, like, we don't know if she's real or not. It's just like a story. You know what I mean? Um, one girl was able to get two people into war, two countries, I think it was, or two cities or whatever, in a war. So I feel like that's what Camille's gonna be like. Klaus really likes Camille. You can tell when Klaus likes somebody. Klaus is just starting to like Haley and his daughter. Um, you can tell Klaus like Caroline a lot, and now he likes Camille. But Marcel likes Camille too. Um, so we're gonna see how that plays out. That's gonna be a whole thing, isn't it? Um, and then speaking of uh Klaus liking people, we saw him smile about his daughter for the first time, for the first ever time, about his kid. I'll just say daughter for now because as of now, it's what we think. I mean, it could change, like I said, but I feel like I'll just say daughter just because that's what it said. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah, Klaus was like, what makes it about my brother that people just look at admiration? He's nice for one. That's number one. Number two, he's a he's a good guy. I mean, he has his quirks. He'll get you together. Um, I think he was kind of like a was he a bad guy when we first met him? I feel like he was like a bad guy when we first met him, and then we met his brother, and it was like, oh, never mind, you are completely different than Klaus. You're a good guy. I always liked Elijah ever since like I think we met him season two. I think it was the first original we met. He was like, oh, my brother Klaus is coming. You better watch out for Klaus. I was like, oh, who's Klaus? Who's this Klaus guy? And why are we running away from him? Um, Klaus was a big deal. Klaus was a very big deal. He was such a villain. You remember? He was such like it was around season like midway through season three, he stopped being like that villainy person. I think half of season three and then like all of season four, he was still he was a bad guy, but he wasn't the antagonist. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, because he killed Aunt Jenna. Oh, yeah. And then also, what else is there? What else did I want to talk about? Yeah, he's starting like he's like, what makes it about my brother that makes him so admirational, or whatever he said. Um, so I think he's kind of jealous. I feel like. He's kind of like, why does everyone love my brother and they don't like me? My glasses are dusty. I have not worn them in forever. I have not worn. They're so dusty. I haven't worn them in forever. All right. I wear glasses if you didn't know. I don't need glasses to watch this. I just wear them if I know I have to see far away. Um So I think this is the start of him being a better person. I mean, ever since like probably season four of the Vampire Diaries, I've liked him. So like, I've really truly liked him, and like Rebecca, Rebecca was a little on and off for me. I it was only like I liked her, she died, I liked her, she died, I liked her, and now she's here in the I mean the originals. Um, So yeah, anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying these reactions. I'm loving this show so far. And I still like the Vampire Diaries. Don't get me wrong, I still like the Vampire Diaries. It's just great. This is always good starting something new, you know what I mean? Like the Vampire Diaries is like that show where I'm like, okay, I know what to expect. I know what's going on, you know, I know I think they've lost their little mystery to aspect of it. I think they lost a little shock value too with that show. Probably like it was season 4 where it became very content. You know what I mean? I feel like the first 3 seasons it was really much like, oh, um we're learning so much new stuff about vampires and so much stuff their weaknesses and the wool and the moonstone. What's the moonstone and who's Tyler? Who's Tyler's family? Who's Tyler's dad? Uncle Mason. Lark was on it teaching us stuff. Elena's real mom and dad. Um, because she's adopted. And keep saying and what's a wolf's weakness? It's wolfsbane. I feel like we just know so much already that it's just like around season 4 it was really to the point where it became very content. I'm saying content because it's still good. It's just not as mysterious or that shock value worthy. Because we already know what's going on. And with this show, it's building off of the Vampire Diaries, but we're learning just more character stuff. We're learning. It's very, I'd say it's very character centric because we're dealing with a lot of characters, so we're just learning. We're learning a new um part. We're learning about New Orleans basically. What's going on in New Orleans? We already know what's going on in Mystic Falls. We're just we know Mystic Falls. We're going with the flow. But with this show, it's like it's all new. You know what I mean? And I can understand why people do say the first 3 seasons, because I feel like I have heard around season 4. I've heard definitely season 5, but around season 4 and 5 is when Vampire Diaries starts getting worse. People say the first 3 seasons are amazing, like, and they are. The first 3 seasons are amazing. I would say that. Season 4, if I were to rate it, it'd be season 2, 3. trying to think. It'd be 2, 3, 1, 4. I would put 4 actually as last. I would say that. The reason why 1 is not last is because 1 was all new and like it was exciting. You know what I mean? Like it was so exciting learning about stuff. 2 was just great because we were a whole thing about like who's Catherine? She's a doppelganger. We're learning about doppelgangers. Well, season 1 we learned about like doppelgangers. But season 2 was Catherine came back. She's the big bad. Then it led on to season 3. I think season 2 finale. Season 2 finale had um. Let me check the Vampire Diaries. Was it season 2 finale that had Klaus? Or was it season 3? I think it was the season 2 finale. Or was it season 3 finale? I think it was season 2 finale actually because Klaus was already in the show season 2 and 3. Yeah. As I Lay Dying. Or was it The Sun Also Rises? Yeah. Yeah, because I remember episode 19, the whole episode is just called Klaus, Flashback to 1491 shows Catherine meeting him and Elijah. Um, yeah, the reason why season 1 isn't last is because, we were learning all a bunch. So I need to stop saying learning. I keep saying learning. Reason why season 2 is, I think season 2 is my my top favorite season is because, who are these people? It had a lot to do with, it had a lot, it was a good mix. It had a good mix of vampires. Caroline was just, at at the Salvatore brothers working together. Elena as a human. I like Elena as both, but I did like her when she was a human. Caroline was just becoming a vampire. Tyler was in it. I do like Tyler. We're learning about the wolves, Uncle Mason, um, how to become a wolf. It had a good season 2 was perfect. It had a great mix of vampires, wolves, Caroline becoming a new vampire, Elena still being a human. Catherine was in it. It introduced the original. Season 2 was great. Season 2 was so good. Like now I think about it, season 2 was so good. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna video here. I've been rambling on for too much. If you were watching this on YouTube, there's a playlist on YouTube. Well, if you're watching this on whatever, but there's a playlist on YouTube, um, that is like the Vampire Diaries universe. So if you do want to watch my reactions in order of the Vampire Diary universe, I have the playlist. Basically, the first 4 seasons of Vampire Diaries is like all in order, and then seasons 5 of the Vampire Diaries, and then season 1 of the originals is all compiled in that playlist as well. Um, as new episodes are uploading, they'll be in that playlist. So, my playlists are all separated by season. Season 1, season 2, season 3, but I have an extra playlist for Vampire Diary universe, for Vampire Diaries and the originals, and yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.